Welcome back, everyone, to your Christmas second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. Today is Friday, December 25th. It is Christmas, as promised. No rests, no breaks. I always manage to put out content for you guys, no matter if it's a holiday, a regular working day, regular working week. No matter the occasion, I always want to bang out as much content for you guys, as I appreciate you guys so much and all of your support. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, no matter what you celebrate, if at all. I do hope you are able to find the joy during these interesting times. Always find the positive, be grateful, be thankful for what you do have, and keep on going, keep pushing. I know it's a tough time, but there is light at the end of the tunnel if you keep on going and never ever give up. I would like to begin with my sincerest thoughts to the people of Nashville, Tennessee. I know we have a handful of people that watch in Tennessee. Just from previous comments, I know exactly what kind of demographic that we have, and I know we have people all over the country watching, even people from outside the United States, believe it or not, tuning in. So I do hope that everyone is safe, everyone is secure. It's crazy, an attack on Christmas Day. The perpetrator, though, it did seem that they were intending not to have a mass casualty event. Of course, it's still an ongoing investigation. I couldn't tell you anything, of course, but I do hope that everyone is safe and no one is injured that is watching my videos. I hope, whether or not you're subscribed, that you are safe and you did have a good Christmas. So we do actually have some new updates for you guys. Even though it is Christmas Day, we actually have some new developments that I definitely want to discuss and divulge in this video. And as always, if you have been enjoying my videos, go ahead and show your support by smashing that like button. Give the video a big thumbs up. Just increase that YouTube algorithm will help with me and my channel. And if you're feeling extra generous this holiday season, hit that big red button, the subscribe button. Also with the notification bell as well, a little Christmas bell, you can ring it and ding it. That will actually notify you every single time I do post a new video. So Trump spent his Christmas holiday golfing in Florida, and despite the holiday, he did have some calls and meetings at Trump International Hotel, and he vocalized his calls again for a $2,000 stimulus check. He tweeted today on Twitter, "Made many calls and had meetings at Trump International in Palm Beach, Florida. Why would politicians not want to give people $2,000? It wasn't their fault. It was China. Give our people the money." It was reported that the COVID aid relief legislation was sent overnight from Washington and arrived at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in West Palm Beach, Florida, where the president is currently spending the holidays. One of the top Republican senators and also a stalwart supporter of Donald Trump also golfed with Trump in Florida today. That's how he spent his Christmas holiday. And he also had something to say about stimulus checks as well. Stimulus must have been a topic of conversation between Graham and Trump on the golf course, because Lindsey Graham subsequently tweeted, "After spending some time with President Donald Trump today, I am convinced that he is more determined than ever to increase stimulus payments to $2,000 per person and change Section 230 big tech liability protection." He then went on to say, "Both are reasonable demands, and I hope Congress is listening. The biggest winner would be the American people." Section 230 is, of course, part of the communications code that shields Twitter, Facebook, and other big tech giants from content liability. In addition, we actually have a brand new proposal, and this is coming from the infamous squad of the House of Representatives. Following President Trump's announcement that he would not support the stimulus bill, the squad from the House of Representatives, which consists of Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Representative AOC, or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Ayanna Pressley and Pramila Jayapal, they actually amended their own $2,000 survival check legislation that would be added on to the stimulus bill. In a statement, Rashida Tlaib, one of the members of the squad, said, quote, "This holiday season, families are being forced to make incredibly difficult decisions, such as whether they should keep their lights on or buy groceries." She went on to say, "They are suffering to no fault of their own. We must protect public health and the economic well-being of those we serve. Providing $2,000 survival checks would give those struggling right now a lifeline as we continue to fight to defeat COVID-19. Currently, the deadline to avert a government shutdown and pass the stimulus bill is December 29th. It is still unclear whether or not Trump will sign this stimulus bill. We still don't know. This is as tens of millions of Americans are facing food insecurity. Some don't even know where their next meal is going to come from. We also know that an estimated 12 million people will lose their unemployment insurance the day after Christmas if Congress fails to extend provisions from the March CARES Act that expand benefits. And millions will also face the threat, of course, of losing their homes if a federal eviction moratorium lapses at the end of this month. Under the stimulus bill, it would extend it to January 31st. So, of course, unanimously, all Democrats from the House of Representatives and the Senate are in favor and in consent with raising the $600 stimulus checks to $2,000. But, of course, not all Republicans are backing Trump's demands. In fact, after President Trump urged lawmakers to raise the $600 stimulus check to $2,000, Senator Roy Blunt, who's actually the chair of the Senate Republican Policy Committee, he warned that Trump's urge to lawmakers would be, in his own words, quote, a mistake. Roy Blunt, who represents Missouri, he told reporters Thursday, quote, there's been some apparent misunderstanding about what's in the regular appropriating bill and what's in the COVID relief bill. And generally, the regular appropriating bill includes things the administration asked for. He then went on to say, quote, it took us a long time to get where we are. I think reopening that bill would be a mistake. The best way out of this is for the president to sign the bill, and I still hope that's what he decides. So we know that we must avert a government shutdown on December 29th. We know that Joe Biden will be inaugurated on January 20th. We know that the Georgia runoff races are at the beginning of January. But another important date that is super key and is an uber imperative day is actually January 15th. In fact, even before Trump's opposition arose, the second stimulus check faced a very short deadline, and that day is January 15th. This is because the language of the new stimulus bill actually requires the IRS to start sending out new payments by January 15th. But now with such a tight timeline, tens of millions of people would likely not receive their stimulus checks within that 3-week window. They would actually have to claim their money in a different way, which would take even longer. And now anything is possible at this point, of course, but if a bill does not become law next week or after, the delay would impact more people waiting to receive their second stimulus check. Now, theoretically, there could be a last-minute additional amendment that would change the deadline and timeline for when the IRS had to start sending these checks and the language of this bill, but that has not entered the public conversation yet. The last we heard on Monday, before Trump threw everything into chaos, Mnuchin had said that people would start receiving their checks by the beginning of next week. In fact, in an interview, he had said, quote, the good news is direct deposit is a very, very fast way of getting money into the economy. Let me emphasize, people are going to see this money at the beginning of next week. But of course, that was before Trump's announcement. Either way, we are aware that the House of Representatives will be reconvening after the holidays on December 28th on Monday. And hopefully, that is the day that lawmakers could come to terms. It would be a Hail Mary approach. I wouldn't be surprised if yet another short-term stopgap funding bill is passed to avoid a government shutdown. But at this point, we're already entering the new session of Congress that starts at the beginning of 2021. Congressional leaders might want to wait until after the Georgia runoff races and for that new session of Congress to start any negotiations again. The clock is ticking. The ball is basically in the Republicans' court right now. It is up to them. Trump has already made his decision, and Democrats have already made their voices heard. So what are the Republicans going to do? We don't know. The time is winding down. I like to do my very popular opinion polls. They worked out good in the last video, got a good reaction, good response, so I'll essentially do the same poll again. How much should individuals receive? How much should couples receive? Should dependents receive stimulus checks? What should the age cutoff be? Because I know a lot of senior dependents are very disappointed and angry in the decision to make the cutoff 17 years old, which is absolutely ridiculous. So who should receive the money? How much income should you be making? All the above. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. More updates and developments are to follow suit. These next few days are absolutely critical as the prospects of another government shutdown are looming. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and as always, if you haven't already, do become a subscriber, hit that big red button, hit the notification bell as well. I do hope you guys had a great Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays. 2021 is upon us. Not that anything will automatically change on January 1st, but it is a new year with a new vision. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.